extropy. So yeah, the Apollo people were my early heroes, and then once I got into life extension, which was in my early teens, I suppose I was, for a while there, a big fan of Dirk Pearson and Sandy Shaw because of their huge volume life extension, a practical scientific approach, which, you know, I think is full of really bad advice now, but it was still a fascinating book, and it was very detailed and impressive at that age. Probably another hero I would mention would be Douglas Hofstadter. I read his book Gödel Escher Bach when I was 16 or 17. That was a really challenging read, but that also introduced a lot of important ideas.
Now, you did mention your sort of seminal 1990 essay, Transhumanism Toward a Future Philosophy, a Futurist Philosophy. So perhaps it is best to lay a little bit of the foundation for our discussion by going into the terms that we're going to be using and their meaning, because there's a lot of disagreement or misperception of the meaning of the term. So let's start with transhumanism. What, in your view, is transhumanism?
Well, of course, you ask each transhumanist, you'll get a slightly different answer, sometimes a very different answer. Recently, the way I've liked to put it is to simplify it into two related ideas. And I think sometimes one aspect of this gets emphasized at the expense of the other. Transhumanism, you can think of as both transhumanism and as transhumanism. Now, to explain that, transhumanism implies that it really emphasizes the idea that the human condition is not the final word, as Freeman Dyson put it. I think he said it's a marvelous beginning, but not the final word. The idea that human biological limits are not inviolate, they're not sacrosanct. There's something to be respected in terms of making changes in a complex system. We have to be careful. But really, the whole process of history has been increasing complexity